Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to show you how you can use Passport with Casa. Casa is one of the Bitcoin ecosystem's leading collaborative custody services. Using the Casa mobile app, you can create a multi-signature wallet consisting of either 3 or 5 keys. The Gold plan, which is the setup I'll be demonstrating today, consists of one user-secured hardware wallet like Passport, a key stored on the user's phone and backed up to the cloud, with Casa holding the third key. Any two of these keys can combine to sign a transaction and spend from the wallet. Or there is the Platinum plan, consisting of 5 keys, 3 user-secured hardware wallets, a mobile key, and a 5th key held by Casa. Any 3 of these keys can combine to sign a transaction and spend from the wallet. With either setup, you, the user, are always the majority key holder, and Casa alone cannot spend any funds from the wallet. Under normal operation, users do not need to interact with the key held by Casa and can authorize transactions themselves using their majority key set. Where the Casa key comes into play is in a scenario where a user loses 1 key in the Gold plan or 2 keys if using the Platinum plan. In this scenario, the user can initiate a recovery transaction to spend, with the help of Casa, their Bitcoin to a new Multisig wallet where all of the keys are accessible once again. Using Passport with Casa is now easier than ever. Passport's new extensions menu lets you quickly and easily enable different features that unlock new functionalities. Once enabled, the Casa extension adds an additional Casa themed account screen. From here, you can do the typical transaction signing as you would with any other Passport account, but you'll also notice some Casa specific features such as health check that allows you to quickly confirm that Passport is still connected with your Casa account. And you'll also find a customized Casa connection wizard that makes your initial setup a breeze, and I'm going to walk you through that shortly. Before we get started, it's worth noting that Casa allows users to sign up to their Gold plan pseudonymously with no KYC required. Just make sure to choose the option to pay in Bitcoin when signing up. So assuming you've signed up and you have the Casa app installed and ready on your phone, let's get started. So this is the opening screen, and you'll see here we have the instruction to begin our basic multi-sig setup, and we have the outline for the 3 keys that are going to make up our multi-signature wallet. On the left we have the hardware key, in the middle we have the Casa recovery key, and on the right hand side we have the mobile key. So we need to go through individually and set those up. So I'm going to start with the mobile key. Casa will automatically generate the mobile key and save it to the secure enclave on your phone. Next, I'm going to set up the recovery key, and in part of doing that, Casa will ask us some security questions. So Casa says you're going to choose 3 security questions, and if you ever need a signature from the Casa recovery key, you'll have to re-enter your answers exactly as you set them today. Worth noting that if you lose these answers, Casa will be unable to help you recover. You'll be unable to use the Casa recovery key until you reset your questions by verifying ownership of your 2 other keys. Casa strongly recommends backing up your answers in a password manager or on paper. And please choose answers that are not publicly discoverable, including information that you may or may not have put on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly set up these questions. And there we go, we have our security questions set. So that's 2 of our 3 keys set up. So before I do anything else with the Casa app, on Passport, I need to head over to the settings menu. Then I'm going to choose extensions, and then I'm going to enable the Casa extension. Then when I come back out to the top level menu structure, if I go all the way across to the right hand side, you'll see the Casa themed account with the features listed that I mentioned earlier. So next I'm going to tap set up hardware key. Then I'm going to choose Passport from the list and then continue. This step obviously assumes that you have your Passport set up. If that is not the case for you, then please visit our other video tutorials where you can learn exactly how to do that. Casa then says, next, we're going to scan the QR code from your Passport device. So over on Passport, I'm going to scroll down to Connect to Casa. I'm going to choose QR code. And then Passport is going to show me a static QR code ready to scan with my phone. Next, all I need to do is tap Continue on Casa and scan the QR code being displayed by Passport. Casa then says you have successfully set up your hardware key. And that was it. It's as simple as that. We've now set up a 2 of 3 multisig with Casa. So you can see all 3 of our keys represented here on screen, and by tapping on any of those we can get some more information and some specific actions for each key. So with the hardware key you can perform a health check, you can view the public keys, or you can opt to replace that key. If we tap on the Casa recovery key, again we can view the public keys, we can view the security questions, we can verify them, and we also have the option to change them. And if we tap on the mobile key, we can again perform a health check. We have the option to replace the key. We can import or export a backup. So for those users that would like to manually export the private key, they can do that there. And finally, you can view the public keys as well. It's worth noting that this mobile key is automatically backed up to a cloud service. So if you are on iPhone and you have an iCloud account, this key is automatically encrypted and saved into the cloud, such that if you were to lose your iPhone, when you were to sign back into your iCloud account on your new phone, this key would automatically be retrieved from the cloud securely. And the same goes for Android users that have a Google Drive account. So now that we have the Multisig wallet set up, before I move on to show you how to transact with the wallet, I'm just going to give you a very quick tour of the rest of the wallet. So moving along the bottom, we have the Buy tab, which shows you the Bitcoin price and gives you the option to be able to buy Bitcoin directly into your Casa wallet. It's worth noting that this feature does require KYC or Know Your Customer info to be provided to Casa. Moving along again, we have the Help tab, which offers links to the FAQ and also gives you the ability to send the Casa team an email should you need any support with your account. And towards the bottom of the screen there, we have the emergency lockdown feature, which enables you to quickly lock down your account such that there can't be any more transactions made from it until you provide some verification information to the Casa team, which can be very useful in an adversarial environment or if you are worried that your account or any of the keys within it may have been compromised. And then finally we have the account screen where you can view your account level, you can change the default currency, activate testnet mode if you want to do some practice. You can also hide your Bitcoin balances just in case you wanted to use the Casa app when you're out in public and you didn't want anybody to peer over your shoulder and see how much Bitcoin you've got. We have the Send Sovereign Recovery info, so I'm going to tap on that. The Casa app then says, this contains information required to recover your wallet without the Casa software. Please store multiple copies in safe places to ensure that you do not use it. So if I tap on Continue Sending, that's going to send an email to the email address that's associated with this account, and that provides the details such that I can recreate this Casa wallet in any other compatible Bitcoin software. And we've got a blog post on our website at foundationdevices.com/blog showing you exactly how to do this using Spiral Wallet. Moving down, we can download our tax reporting CSV file in case we need to report our transactional information to the relevant authorities in your jurisdiction. We have log collection and the version history and the ability to sign out from the app as well. Finally, at the top, we do have a single key mode. So the Casa app does allow you to have a single signature hot wallet contained within the app that you may choose to use for smaller transactions. So next, I'm going to show you how you can receive into your Casa Multisig wallet. So on the security screen, I'm going to tap the down arrow and then I'm going to hit receive. Casa will then show us a QR code and a text version of our first receiving address that we can share with the wallet that we want to deposit from. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So just sent a transaction from another wallet that I've got, and whilst we're waiting for that to confirm, it's just worth mentioning now that because the Casa Multisig app does not allow for the export of a multisig configuration file, the verify address scan feature on Passport will not work to verify the addresses being displayed. However, advanced users can follow the blog post that I mentioned earlier to recreate their Casa Multisig wallet in another piece of software that allows for the export of that multisig configuration file should they want to be able to verify all of the receiving addresses that are being displayed by Casa. And as you can see on screen now, we have 50,000 sats waiting to be deposited into our multisig vault. So I will come back once we have a confirmation on the Bitcoin network, and I will show you how to make a spend transaction from our Casa multisig wallet. Okay, so a short while has now passed and we have received a confirmation on that deposit. So now I'm going to show you how we can make a send transaction from our multisig wallet. So I'm going to choose send. Then I can input the amount, and I can choose to do that via US dollars or via inputting a BTC amount. So in this instance, I'm going to choose to send the maximum amount and empty the account. Then I'm going to tap choose recipient. Then I have the option to scan a QR code or manually enter an address. So in this instance, I'm going to scan a QR code from my other wallet. Casa will then automatically populate the address, and the next step is to choose my transaction speed. As I'm sending to myself, I'm going to choose slow, but you can choose between slow, normal or fast, and advanced users can set a custom fee rate as well. Then I need to tap review send. I can review the transaction details, and when I'm happy I can swipe up to confirm. Casa will then ask for my phone PIN. This is to authorize the mobile key signature, which we've now added. Then I'm going to tap continue signing. As you can see, we've got a signature from our mobile key. The next step is to add another signature. So we can do that via the Casa recovery key, or we can add a signature from a hardware device, which is what I'm going to demonstrate now. Casa says, sign this transaction with your hardware device. When you're ready, we'll send you an email with a link to sign this transaction with your hardware device. Connect your device to your computer and open the link from the email we send you. Fortunately, Passport has a camera on board, so we don't need to follow that link. We can choose sign with QR code instead. So now we have an animated QR code that represents the partially signed version of our transaction that we need to sign with Passport. So over on Passport, I'm going to choose sign with QR code, which is going to open the device's camera. And then I'm going to scan the animated QR codes being displayed by the Casa app. And once Passport has scanned the QR codes being displayed by the Casa app, it's going to show me the transaction details. So it's going to show me the amount being sent and the destination address, the change amount, if any, and the change address. Then it's going to show me the network fee. And then finally, it'll ask me if I'd like to sign the transaction. After that, Passport is going to show its own animated QR codes, which represent the signed version of the transaction that we need to scan with the Casa app. Then back over on Casa, I can choose continue, which is going to open my camera, and I'm going to scan the animated QR codes being displayed by Passport. And we've got a success message to tell us that we have successfully signed with our hardware key. So we now have 2 successful signatures, and all that's left is to tap complete transaction. And our transaction has now been broadcast to the network, and we've successfully signed using 2 of our 3 possible keys. The final feature I'm going to take you through in this tutorial is the health check feature. Health checks in the Casa app are an easy way to verify that your keys are available for signing transactions. It's a way to test the integrity of your setup without needing to send a transaction. You can health check any of your keys, including the Casa recovery key. So let's look at how we can do that with Passport. So I'm going to tap on the hardware key. Then I'm going to choose perform health check. Casa then says, get ready to verify your Passport device. I'm going to choose got it, I'm ready. The Casa app will then display a QR code that we need to scan with Passport. So over on Passport, all I need to do is navigate to the Casa account screen and then choose health check. That's going to open my device's camera, and I'm going to scan the QR code being displayed by the Casa app. Passport will read the information encoded within that QR code, process it, and then display its own animated QR code that is the signed health check that we need to scan with the Casa app. So on Casa, I'm going to choose Continue It's Scanned, which will open my device's camera that I can then use to scan the QR codes being displayed by Passport. And as you can see on screen, we've got a success message and it says you have confirmed the health of your hardware key. Casa recommends doing these health checks on your setup at least 2 times per year or once every 6 months. But as you've just seen, it's super easy to do that with Passport, so you can in fact do them as often as you'd like.